The patty, cheese, and bun. The cheeseburger is one of America's most iconic edible items. It symbolizes many different ideas. It can be delicious, nostalgic, classic. It can also carry negative ideas like the mass production, over-commercialization, artificial, cheap, or wasteful. It's a powerful food item with both negative and positive perspectives. And in today's video, we're going to rank the most important cheeseburgers in the history of film. The cinema and the cheeseburger have been sandwiched together since the early part of the 1900s. In a lot of ways, the rise of the theater and the famous bun, patty, and cheese grew up together. While they share sort of a similar origin and symbiotic childhood, I would argue that the cheeseburger owes a greater debt of gratitude to the cinema. And at the end of this video, I will make a case for why the cinema is the reason the burger is such an icon. Comment below which burger you think is the most important in all of the cinematic universe. In the year 2025 of our Lord, it is hard to imagine a world where the hamburger doesn't exist. But at one point in time, the idea and the literal image of a hamburger would have been new and undiscovered. Our first hamburger takes us back to the beginning. You always remember your first, so for that reason we must include what is believed to be the first film depiction of the hamburger. Clara Bow's It was released in 1927, and with it we see this clip. Look, it said hot dog, but that sure looks like a hamburger to me. In fact, here's Clara eating a hamburger at some point in the 1920s, and boy, doesn't that look awful close. In film, the first time something happens, it's significant. It was the first time a hamburger was shown on screen, probably. And for that reason, it is one of the most important burgers in the history of cinema.
Thought you'd get away, huh? I didn't do nothing. Oh, no? No.
Former American Sergeant James Allen returns to civilian life after World War I. He has served with distinction, earning a medal from the Allied governments for his bravery, but his war experience has made him restless.
The Army changes a fellow. It kind of makes you think different.
So instead of taking a desk job, he decides he wants to pursue civil engineering, only to quickly find out that there is an abundance of workers and he is unable to keep a job. Homeless and destitute, he stumbles into a bar and is greeted by another homeless man who asks him if he would like a hamburger.
I'm hungry. What would you say to a hamburger?
What would I say to a hamburger? Boy, I'd shake Mr. Hamburger by the hand and say, pal, I haven't seen you in a long, long time.
Business is pretty good, huh? Yeah, pretty good.
How good?
Hey, what?
And don't start yelling for the cops.
You don't have to yell, Mike. Thought you'd get away, huh? I didn't do nothing. Oh, no? No.
1 minute you think you're getting a hamburger, and the next you're being sentenced to hard labor. This is an inciting incident that launches our character further into a period of toil and helplessness. And this very cheeseburger is the reason why he got into the predicament that he was in. So for this reason, this is one of the most important hamburgers in the history of cinema.
I want that. What, a hot dog having super chili cheese dog? No. I need that feeling. Are you saying what I think you're saying? We gotta go to White Castle. Yes! Yes! I knew you had it in you, dude!
In a wild early 2000s comedy, Harold and Kumar face trial after trial to get to a White Castle. Harold goes to prison, they get their car stolen, one of them performs a surgery, they ride a cheetah in the wrong direction, they take a hang glider, all this just to make it to the promised land. And the goal, the plot, the point of this movie, just to get the perfect cheeseburger.
Damn, that hit the spot.
that was the best meal of my life.
Mine too.
And for that reason, this is one of the most important cheeseburgers in the history of cinema.
Big Kahuna Burger.
Big Kahuna Burger. That's that Hawaiian burger joint. I hear they got some tasty burgers. I ain't never had one myself. How are they?
In this scene, Vincent and Jules head over to attend to some business for their boss, Marcellus Wallace.
You know who we are? We're associates of your business partner, Marcellus Wallace.
This is by far the most culturally significant cheeseburger scene. No list can be complete without it. It's a great-looking hamburger, and it plays a role in the story. Jules Winfield, played by Samuel L. Jackson, takes a bite into a big Kahuna burger, and suddenly, everything changes.
Strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
Never has a fast food wrapper held so much menace. For that reason, this burger is one of the most important hamburgers in the history of cinema.
I do love the taste of a good burger.
Anna Joy Taylor in 2024's Menu is faced with a challenging situation. Margot finds herself on an island eating from a menu of a madman bent on killing everyone who he invited to the gathering. In a film that cares about the interplay between food and class hierarchy, Margot, however, was an uninvited guest, who by Julian's account shouldn't have been there at all. He offers her a choice. She would still die, but he didn't have to die for the wrong side.
I guess I'm gonna have to make your decision for you. You belong here, with your own breed.
And what breed is that?
With the shit shovelers. You thought I couldn't tell? Oh, I know a fellow service industry worker when I see one.
And he offers her a chance to participate in the evening's events. While looking through the head chef's belongings, she stumbles upon something. A photo of a young Julian experiencing joy. Armed with that information, she rejects his menu and asks for a special meal.
I don't like your food. You know what I'd really like?
Tell me.
A cheeseburger.
We can do a cheeseburger.
A real cheeseburger.
Well, I'll make you a very good, very traditional cheeseburger.
I don't think you can.
I'll make you feel as if you're eating the first cheeseburger you ever ate.
And I'll have you know that this may be one of the best looking cheeseburgers ever filmed. After taking a bite, she asks for a to-go box. Stunned, and I believed confused and appreciative, the chef lets her go. Simply put, her request for a cheeseburger saved her life. And for that reason, this is one of the most important cheeseburgers in cinematic history.
Now that is a cheeseburger.
Yeah, that is a cheeseburger.
Okay, this may be the most controversial of my opinions, but I believe this burger shifted a culture. Popeye made his silver screen debut on July 14th, 1933. Now you might be asking yourself, what does Popeye have to do with the rise and the popularity of the cheeseburger in cinema? It's very possible that the breeding grounds for the adoption of the cultural icon of the beef and cheese owes a debt of gratitude to Wimpy.
It's bad to be tardy to a hamburger party, says Wimpy the burger.
a character in the Popeye cinematic universe. Wimpy was frequently depicted eating hamburgers throughout the animated shorts before movies. And I think it's very plausible that Wimpy molded a generation of moviegoers into cheeseburger lovers. Because back then, 60% of the population went to see movies in theaters, and they maybe even went weekly. Now, seeing Wimpy devour some very delicious looking hamburgers, he might have subtly pushed the population to enjoy what would become one of America's most iconic dishes. And so it's for this reason that I point to Popeye, and specifically Wimpy, as the most important cheeseburger in all of cinema.
I'd gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
So there you have it, folks, a list of the most important cheeseburgers in all the history of cinema. If I'm forgetting one, drop it below, but thanks for watching. We'll catch you later.